My name is Ida and this is my top 10 albums of 2019. This is in a way an objective list, it's simply my 10 favorite albums that I bought this year, so you will also get a little peek inside of my vinyl collection. Maybe you won't agree on everything, but hopefully you'll find it a little interesting and maybe you'll discover something that you didn't know before. 2019 was a really great year and I discovered a lot of new music. I'll link my Spotify down below. I have a whole list with my favorites of the year, both major and like super indie stuff, so check it out. I even included one of my own tracks in there because yes, I also released music this year, but that's not the point. Be sure to like this video if you like it and subscribe if you're new, and we will go straight into that list. This is Hands of Gretel. Look how cool this is, and it's signed. The design of all of this is really cohesive, and the vinyl is pink. This band was a really pleasant surprise this year, and a true example that Instagram knows me better than I know myself. It sounds very much like all of the 90s bands that I love. However, and I say this with the best of intentions, I would have maybe encouraged some editing on some of these tracks. Lauren Tate also released a solo album this year, and she says that she's going to be writing 3 albums next year. So yeah, I feel like I can say that because I'm like way older than her. It's one of the perks of getting old. But sometimes when you're really talented, like she clearly is, you're not that used to having to edit your work that much. And I think I would prefer getting one really well done album with really tight editing instead of say 3, especially some of these lyrics. But all in all, this is a really good album and it has some really good tracks, and I'm really excited to follow this band and see them grow. Next, this album is also super pretty. I mean, look at this. As you might know, Melanie Martinez made a whole full-length video for this album, so the concept ties together really well, and I really enjoy that, and all of the visuals are amazing. But the reason this album isn't higher up on my list is that I feel like sometimes the visual and kind of the concept became a bit too important, which damaged both the storyline of the video and some of the music. Please don't hate me, but I don't like this album as much as Crybaby. I actually think that Fire Drill is the strongest of these songs, and that's not even on the album. It just plays during the end credits of the film. But it's a very interesting release, and I enjoy the concept. And look at this! Ooh! I like the Flaming Lips. No one can make a concept album like them. And I know this does not have a full-length film to go with it, but the visuals are very striking and cohesive, and the theme is super consistent, and the concept does not hinder the storytelling or the melodic qualities at all. So yeah, if you like concept albums and you want to go one step further from say Melanie Martinez, then this is the thing. It's weird though, you're warned. But like a good weird, if you're into this mix of acoustic and electronic fusion kind of sound. I don't know what else to say about this. I really like it. Recommend. Yes, it's Billie Eilish. This is just so well made. It's really good pop music, and the production quality is even clearer on the vinyl, of course. I don't know why it's yellow though. I think I would have preferred it to be black, like the rest of the design. But yeah, all of these songs are super strong, and Billie is an absolute queen. I guess my reason for not putting this higher up on the list is that it was just so much good music this year. Maybe I would have liked there to be more of like a concept to this album. I think that Billie would do that really well, and as you might have figured by now, I do really like concept albums. Number 6 is Amanda Palmer. This is a really powerful album, and look, she's naked. I actually prefer this image where the ukulele is the sword, but I get why she chose this as her cover. It's really powerful yet vulnerable and bare, and that's kind of the point, I think. And this album has so many great songs. It has Drowning in the Sound, of course, which I love, and there are some amazingly depressing ukulele songs on here as well. You should listen to the whole album in one go to get kind of the full musical structure and composition of it. It is really great work. I know that a lot of people get really emotionally affected by this, and I kind of do too, but more so by the individual songs than the whole album. It's just so much, so I feel like I get all of these emotions like shoved down my throat until I just throw up and then I'm just like left neutral. Maybe it's a Norwegian thing, or maybe it's just a thing, I don't know. But yes, lots of really good emotional songs and a really good musical album structure. Check it out. Okay. Pixies. Pixies has been one of my favorite bands for 15 years, and I think this is my favorite album from like the comeback albums, although I really like Indie Cindy as well. But this feels more like kind of the old Pixies. Catfish Kate is a great track, of course, and Silver Bullet. Not too much like flashiness though. I've seen them live twice now, and they never talk during their shows. It's like they're making a point out of it. When I saw them this fall, they just kind of pointed and waved and communicated in a really silent way. And I kind of appreciated that, because it's like it's more about the music than anything else. And they are getting older, but they're still really musically relevant and just so cool. They just have so much authority in what they do. Yeah. You probably can't see this, but this has really like a smooth, velvety kind of surface. It's really nice to touch. You should buy it just so you can like feel the surface. Very smooth. Okay, bye. Next, it's Harry Styles. Look how he just climbed up the list. So this just came out in December, and it was really good timing for me. I was never a fan of One Direction, but I kind of always knew that I would like Harry Styles. I was like a proud aunt standing on the sidelines being like, just you wait, Harry will do something cool. And it's like all of the ingredients have just been lined up and waiting for the catalysator, is that a word in English? To like start a chemical reaction and start me liking Harry Styles. And then the Adore You music video happened, and then my friend Maggie, of course, sent me a lot of geeky video clips to fangirl over, and then this album came, and now I am a fan of Harry Styles, so that's the thing. But yeah, this album is really great. The songwriting is really creative and fun. And I love how all of the songs are kind of divided into different compartments, and that's even clearer on the vinyl because it's like the different sides have their own personality. And I really like how the last track, Fine Line, has its own side. It's like it gets more authority that way. And look, the vinyl comes with a poster. This is like super big, and it's really beautiful. Not because he's naked, but because his nail polish game is just like super strong. This is my third best of the year. This is Bat for Lashes. I really enjoy the whole design of this album. I feel like it goes together with like the vibe of the music really well. Look, I used to wear bracelets like this back in the day. Yeah. And the vinyl has this amazing color. Ooh, look at that. The songs on this album are individually very good, of course, but I feel like they go together in a really nice way, and they create kind of this soundtrack that's very nice. I think Desert Man is my favorite track, but I also like that when you flip the record, you get this instrumental part with like a saxophone as kind of an intermission thing. It's very nice indeed. The Japanese House. I don't have that much to say about this, except it's awesome, so you should listen to it if you haven't. This album tells the story of Amber's breakup with Marika Hackman, amongst other things, and it's sad and beautiful at the same time. And the songwriting is amazing, especially We Talk All the Time, or all of the songs really. And Far Away is a really good track, featuring the unmistakable vocals of Matty Healy. I actually saw the Japanese House live this year and it was really, really good. Amber is just one of the coolest people alive. She's just like so little and blonde, but she has this really dark and haunting voice. Anyway, she plays this right-handed guitar, but she plays it left-handedly, so she like flips it around and plays it upside down, which is also quite fascinating. And they were really good at adjusting all of the songs for the live setting, so it was a really cool concert. And yeah, great music. The best of the year is no other than Marika Hackman. It's funny because I was so into the Japanese House and I kind of knew who Marika was because of Amber, and I felt like it would be weird to kind of check out that side of the story. I would feel like I was trespassing or something, but I am really glad that I did. This album is not so explicitly about the breakup, at least not explicitly about Amber. Good at Falling has a song called Marika is Sleeping, for instance, and they play against each other in the Lilo music video. But this album is more about loneliness in general, I think, or kind of being separated from others and being lonely or being alone without feeling loneliness. The songwriting is excellent, and I especially enjoy how some of the tracks kind of slide into one another, like the last track on the first side and then the first track on the second side, Send My Love and Han Solo. And Han Solo is just a really cool song in general, and it has an amazing music video, so you should go watch that if you haven't seen it already. And yeah, look how cool. Do you think she likes colored vinyl? Yes, I think she does. Okay, so that was my whole list. Let me know if you have heard these albums or if you have any other favorites. Remember to check out the links in the description box beneath this video, and subscribe if you're new, and I will see you very soon. Okay, bye!